Hello everybody, and welcome to some more presence tapping. So just start tapping. Remember, in presence tapping, we're not trying to accomplish anything or fix anything. So for the next bit of time, just give yourself permission to be present with what you are feeling. Now, sometimes you're in a state and it's very easy to just be present with what you're feeling. Other times it may be very difficult. Sometimes we may feel very stressed out or anxious. Other times we may be calm. Our mission is to not favor one over the other, but to really practice being present with what is here. It's a wonderful way of noticing how very fleeting, changeful our feelings are. It can be a strong emotional feeling. But if you don't fight it, just give it attention, you'll notice how it fluctuates. It'll get stronger and then get weaker. It might even shift. It may change into a different kind of feeling altogether, in which case just let the other one go and just let this new feeling be there. It's one of the powers of presence tapping, which, unlike the other tapping, which I do teach and use when necessary, is that it's not trying to accomplish anything. It's not trying to resolve some issue using EFT. It's an opening, it's a practice. It's a way of retraining the nervous system to be more present. By delivering it, this message that is delivered by tapping, that you are safe. These are all comfort spots that we're tapping on. And as such, they communicate safety. So if we can just let that safety be, not trying to impose anything on it, without needing any special language or the formal interaction, not in presence tapping. You're just practicing being with yourself as you are in this moment. You can notice how our minds tend to want to run off into the future or run off into the past. We either are confronted by feelings from the past that are very unpleasant or some expectation about the future. Presence tapping is just very much right now. Say thank you. I don't need to fixate on the future right now. Really taking the time to just be here and now. Kind of like a really good vacation where I don't have to concern myself with absolutely anything. I'm just present and experiencing. Now, this sense of watching can trigger things. The mind can be very active in trying to project itself into the future. Learning how to be present or stay in the now is a practice. It's something that you just don't decide one day to do and then you do. You'll notice as we're tapping that there is an impulse to want to jump into the future or to change some feeling or to resolve some difficulty. Well, what if your nervous system could all by itself resolve a difficulty without needing to consult with your mind? What if the nervous system was so smart and adaptable that it could all by itself let go of things, solve problems, remedy difficulties? Not necessarily always, but what if we can become free of certain things without having to do a lot of processing and thinking about it? What if that can come secondarily? The nervous system itself, the energy system itself, leads us into what it needs to be processed, where it needs the help from our processing in our minds, and where it can just operate by its own nature. This is what presence tapping is all about. So just being present. So my talking is kind of like a guided meditation. Matter of fact, it's very similar. We're not trying to focus on anything in particular. We're just trying to focus our attention on whatever we happen to be feeling in this moment. With guided meditation, I can take that a step further to be focusing on a deeper dimension of ourselves. With presence tapping, although I guide it in the same way I guide a meditation, it's not to focus on anything at all. Just let whatever comes up, comes up. And then give attention to that which seems like it most needs attention, but not to fix or to change or to make it different, but to just give it a loving, compassionate awareness. Yes, I am feeling this way. I am feeling that. I acknowledge that feeling. I totally accept that I'm feeling that way. And I let it unfold to me in whatever way it needs to. I let the energy morph into whatever it needs to morph into. I just follow it with loving kindness. So I'm just feeling whatever happens to be there. Things could arise very quickly. Don't try to focus on something if it's fleeting, if it comes and goes very quickly. Just let it go. And let the next thing come up. If something is persistent, feeling, maybe in a part of the body, then just give it attention. And let the tapping, the physiological act of tapping, do its job. It's just communicating the sense it's safe to the body. And that gets communicated even if the mind doesn't think it's safe. Just this feeling that maybe I am. At least something in my environment is safe. Even if you don't feel really safe, this tapping is communicating safety. So something in your environment is saying it's safe. I'm really going to allow that to be there. So, like I usually do on the presence tapping video, is just I'll stop talking on the video, and you can just keep going for as long as you like. So, enjoy.